One of the questions that I get asked a lot by people is that why is it that it looks like successful people, why success comes so easily to them? And the more things they do, the more successful they get, and it keeps looking easier and easier for them. Well, the answer is that we make success a habit, right? So, because when you make success your habit, it's easy to be successful because it's your habit to do so. Now, there's three kinds of habits that we can have. There's empowering habits, there's neutral habits, and there's disempowering habits. So, an empowering habit would be doing personal development every day and positive self-talk, exercising regularly, reading your goals and affirmations every day, eating healthy. That would be an empowering habit, which means it gives you more power. A neutral habit would be things like, well, you drive to work the same way every day. Well, it doesn't really hurt you or help you, yet it's still a habit. And then there's the disempowering habits. Now, disempowering means it takes your power away and makes you weaker. So those would be as negative self-talk or overeating or smoking cigarettes or overconsumption of alcohol, those kinds of things. Those are disempowering habits. They actually take your power away from you. So the key then to success would be is first, take some of your neutral habits and turn them into empowering habits. So if you're driving to work the same way every day, or you're on the bus or the train or even walking, well, you could be listening to an MP3, some music. Well, instead of just music, you'd be listening to personal development or how to grow your business or learning a foreign language, something that's going to help you grow. I mean, you're already doing the habit of, going to work the same way every day. Well, imagine instead of just randomly listening to what's on the radio, or worse, the news, which isn't really news anymore. It's just sensationalism, and they're making stuff up to scare us. Well, instead, fill your mind with what you want. Napoleon Hill, who wrote the book Think and Grow Rich, said we have to be the guardian at the gate. We got to decipher what we allow in or not, because those other thoughts, well, they can create chaos and havoc to your life. So we have to be guarded at what we allow in there. So purposely put positive things in there, things that are going to move your life forward and help you grow. Also, take some of your disempowering habits and turn them into empowering habits. So let's take smoking as an example. Well, smoking is a hand-to-mouth habit, right? And the funny thing is, cigarette companies put out this fake propaganda that they're putting chemicals in the cigarettes to make you addicted to them. Now, the cigarette companies broadcasted that. Why would they do that? Why would they talk bad about themselves? Well, because it programs smokers into believing it's not their fault why they're addicted to it. So they keep smoking. Then for the people who quit smoking, well, they go from not smoking to overeating, another hand-to-mouth habit, right? And they also say that smoking relaxes me. Well, that would be impossible because smoking restricts your capillaries, which raises your blood pressure, which would be the experience of being stressed out or even having anxiety, right? So that's impossible. What's relaxing them is the deep breathing. So imagine if you did the deep breathing without the cigarette in front of your face. Now, for the Americans watching this video, here in Australia, a pack of cigarettes is $50. $50 for a pack of cigarettes. And my son and I were in a grocery store 2 times in 1 week, and we saw 2 different gentlemen who had some food and wanted to buy some cigarettes, couldn't afford to do both, so they put the food back to get the cigarettes. My son said, that's the most crazy thing I've ever seen in my life, Dad, right? But the deep breathing. So what happens then, they go, I'd rather be a thin smoker than a fat non-smoker. So they go back to smoking, right? But imagine if you took that disempowering habit, something that's taken your power away from you, and instead you carried water with you everywhere. Well, if it's in your hand, you're going to drink it. So now you took a disempowering habit and transformed it into an empowering habit, right? Because now you're hydrating yourself more. You had the habit of spending the money on the cigarettes every day. Well, what if you still spent that money in every day, but instead you put it into an investment account that started compounding interest on it? Well, that same thing that was killing you, giving you bad breath, burning holes in your clothes and making them stink, giving us all secondhand smoke, the people who don't smoke, even though we didn't ask for it, right? Not that I have any opinion of cigarette smokers. I'm just kidding with you. I don't want to hear all these hate mail things because I'm talking about smokers. My point being is, if you still spent that money every day and you put it in an investment account, the same thing that was killing you is the same thing that could make you wealthy. And then the last piece would be is just develop some new empowering habits. Right now, start working on it, because all of a sudden it gets easier and easier to be more happy, more successful, more healthy, in a better relationship with your partner and your family and your kids by making it your habit. See, all of a sudden, success isn't that hard when you make success holistically your habit. Until I talk with you again, have a most outstanding day.